at relative frequencies and probability. Another term we would use for relative frequency would be experimental probability. So we would call our probabilities the theoretical ones that we were dealing with in the previous exercises, and then when we do relative frequency, that's the experimental. So if you've done an experiment, what the results are for that. So we call that relative frequency. So the number of times that that event happens divided by the number of trials. So if you are rolling a dice, the number of times that you roll a 3 out of the number of times that you roll the dice. If we're looking at expected number, we're looking at what that probability is, or proportion. We also refer to it as, or the relative frequency, and the number of trials. So then that would be how many we expect to see. So if we're basing it on the theoretical probability, when we're rolling the dice, if we roll it 12 times, we would expect to see 2 of each number, theoretically. We've got a little scenario here with a bowl. It has 340 red balls in it and 60 black balls. We want to find the proportion of red. So we need the total. So we've got 340 plus 60 is 400, and 340 of them are red. So we could then work out, we could simplify that, and we would get 17 over 20. Then it says a random sample of 60 finds 48. Find that proportion. So then we're going to do our 48 over 60 and simplify that. And we get 4 over 5. So different proportion to what we were expecting. And then another question that can go with that is, how many would you expect in that sample of 60? So if our original was 17 out of 20 and we've got 60, we would assume that we would get 51, because we would have done 17 over 20 times 60, and we would get 41. We would assume, we would expect to get 51, but we only got 48. So that would be a comparison between the expected value and the actual value that we got in that sample that we took.